Hi everyone, this is Angie Wong and I'm president of Legacy PAC. I just want to thank all of our followers. We're close to 100,000 followers on Facebook and we've only been around for a few short months. So thank you again. I'm going to ask you for your continued support leading up to 2024. Please donate to legacy-pac.org. That's legacy-pac.org. Thank you, and we'll see you on the campaign trail.
But I don't think he has the track record to prevail in the primary for the United States president's race. That's why us at Legacy PAC, or we at Legacy PAC, are supporting Donald Trump for the president in 2024.
We're saying here too much, but you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down. First of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes, great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald, Veterans for Trump and Legacy PAC. I'm also partnered with the Center for Renewing America. I'm here with FBI whistleblower Steve Friend, who works for the Center for Renewing America. How are you today, Steve?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Steve, thanks for coming on. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was a police officer in the state of Georgia for a number of years before I got my job with the FBI in 2014. First 7 years, I was in the Midwest working on Indian reservations and working violent crimes that were major offenses that were occurring out there. But after almost a decade there, elected to move my family to Florida, the understanding I was going to be working some child pornography and human trafficking cases. Did that for a number of months before I was unceremoniously moved over to the Joint Terrorism Task Force in my office in Daytona. And told that I really need to focus on the January 6th cases. So at that point is when I got my first look at the way that those cases have been done and how the FBI is greatly departing from the rules that it's set forth to carry out investigations, and then how it's really become weaponized against the American population with regard to using large-scale arrest operations and SWAT for people who are really accused of committing misdemeanor offenses.
So, within those bounds, weaponized against the American people, we just got word of the Durham Report coming out. I've read most of it. Can you give your thoughts on the Durham Report?
Yeah, I really have two major overriding thoughts. One is that it's just straight out of the moveon.com or moveon.org playbook that we saw so many times under the Clinton leadership, where a story that was negative to the left side of the aisle came out, and then they just dripped and drabbed for a number of years until eventually when everything came out, it was, well, this is old news. And because this investigation took so long, doesn't appear that any individual is going to be held accountable for that. And I don't think that that's necessarily proper in light of what actually transpired. And then actually when it comes to what transpired, it's definitely indicative to me that 2016 was the prelude for what happened in 2020, because in both times the entrenched forces within our federal government weaponized the intelligence community and federal law enforcement to essentially try to install their preferred candidate in the office of the presidency. And I think at this point now, the death knell needs to be sounded for the FBI. It's no longer a legitimate, impartial, unbiased federal law enforcement agency. It's a weaponized apparatchik and politically driven.
Well, today, Marjorie Greene filed articles of impeachment against Christopher Wray. I'm not sure if you knew that yet, but hopefully that'll come to the floor. We'll see. Look, you are an author. You have a book coming out on Amazon. Tell us about your book.
Yeah, it's called True Blue, My Journey from Beat Cop to Suspended FBI Whistleblower. And it's sort of, it documents everything in my background that led up to me ultimately becoming an FBI agent. And that includes just my family and growing up, being a police officer, and some of the great experiences and lessons I learned from that. And then some of the good work I got to do in the FBI before it really hones in on what drove me to become a federal whistleblower and raise concerns and really kind of paint the picture for those who are interested in actually reading it about what has actually gone on with January 6th and the larger problems that that really it's more of a symptom of than an actual cause itself. And that is the fact that the FBI is establishing metrics for itself to achieve, similar to the way a traffic cop will be hitting a ticket quota. The FBI is generating cases, and as a result of that, seeing its budget balloon out of control, and the individuals are getting financial rewards for it. And it's now turned internally to focus on people that it deems to be problematic to the ruling elite. So most notably people who believe in pro-marriage values, pro-life values, pro-border sovereignty values, and it's now weaponized against them.
Folks, let that sink in for a minute. Not only is the FBI weaponized their investigative procedures against Republicans and President Trump, now there's quotas, right? Am I getting that right? Just like, I'm a retired detective, so I'm familiar with the municipalities wanting a certain amount of tickets. So they're actually having investigations based on quotas, not so much based on evidence.
That's correct. I mean, the program is called IPM, Integrated Program Management. Began about 10 years ago, 2013. And I think if you look at the most recent report from the Government Accountability Office, you see that in the last 10 years, unsurprisingly, since the political elite want to have more domestic terrorism cases, the number of domestic terrorism investigations has quadrupled in the last 10 years. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist or a cop in this point from between you and me to look outside and see there hasn't been a fourfold increase in terrorist attacks in our country.
All I could say is wow. So please, folks, log on to Amazon, order Steve's book. And if you are in the Georgia political realm, he will be at the state convention with us June 9th and 10th. So you can meet and greet, and you can listen to him speak on Friday. So Steve, we appreciate everything you've done for this nation, your service, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you very much. God bless.
God bless you too, brother.